Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to take part in this very timely initiative undertaken by UNESCO. Hate speech is rising against the backdrop of growing intolerance across the world. With exponential growth of unregulated social media, hate speech and disinformation has been amplified and can travel further and more quickly than previously imaginable. COVID-19 should have united us. Instead, it has led to the rise of negative narratives and hate speech in certain countries. In particular, Islamophobia has emerged as a contemporary form of racism and discrimination in many parts of the world. It has resulted in major human rights abuses and violations against Muslims, manifested by xenophobia, religious insults, hate speech and hate crimes. Prime Minister Imran Khan has repeatedly called for urgent action to collectively counter this scourge. We hope that under the umbrella of the United Nations Strategy and Plan of Action on Hate Speech, member states and societies will be able to take bold actions to respond to intolerant, inflammatory and prejudiced narratives that are stoking and intensify racial and religious fears, hostility and hatred. I believe 4 specific actions should be accorded priority. 1. As recognized by the UN strategy, education is a powerful tool to address and counter hate speech. There is a need to build consensus on the imperative to strengthen education responses to hate speech and to set out concrete recommendations to counter it. Pakistan, in its single national curriculum, has made sure that not only there is no hate material against any community, but there is also an active effort against any kind of hatred against any of the community. 2. Government's interventions would be needed to domestically criminalize certain manifestations of hate speech such as racism, xenophobia, Islamophobia and incitement to violence. 3. Negotiations should commence on a comprehensive legal instrument under UN auspices which would require such criminalization. 4. Social media companies should urgently review their policies or adopt new ones in an open, inclusive and transparent manner with a view to effectively regulate hate speech and disinformation online. This would require governments and relevant technological companies to work together to discuss and formulate regulatory frameworks. In conclusion, hate is a threat to everyone. Combating it must be a collective effort. I thank you.